Games to look out for in the Premier League today, and this very one is going to be very interesting. Talk about Newcastle United and Manchester United, the battles of the United, and let's see which team will be more united to victory at the end of the 90 minutes plus additional time. Talk about Newcastle. I mean, they are not really impressive this season compared to last season. Definitely they will not qualify to Champions League next season, even though they are playing the Champions League this season. So that game between them and Manchester United is going to be very difficult, because last weekend they were beaten by Everton shockingly. So I don't think they will like to lose back to back. So that will be very interesting for Manchester United tonight. That game will be very difficult for Manchester United. You can say they are team in form right now. Based on form and based on history, you can give it to Manchester United. But a game like this is all about the team that want it most at the end of the 90 minutes. So for me, I think that game is going to be very difficult for Manchester United. In fact, going to that St. James's Park is not an easy ground for Manchester United over the years, even though they have they got some good winning right there at the backyard of Newcastle. In fact, historically, you can say these two teams have met themselves 61 times, and out of 61 times, with Newcastle 12 wins for them and Manchester United with 36 wins, and 13 of those games ended up in a draw. I must tell you, that is impressive. And you can say, when you talk about the goal score in between these two teams, you can say 189 goals score, and you can see Newcastle score 68 in the process, with Manchester United score 121 goals in the process. And the game between these two teams at the St. James's Park is 28 times they met themselves right there, with Newcastle 9 wins for them and Manchester United with 14 wins for them. Impressive. And 5 of those games ended up in a draw. But at the Old Trafford, they have met themselves in 33 times, with 3 wins for Newcastle right there at Old Trafford, with 22 wins for Manchester United at their home ground Old Trafford, with 8 of those games ended up in a draw. So when you look at the history and current form, you can easily give it to Manchester United. But when it comes to a game like this, hey, it's all about the team that want it more. So it's an interesting game to look out for. And another game also to look out for is a game between Aston Villa and Chelsea. It's another interesting game to look out for. And not just only that, Brighton will play Arsenal. Arsenal, they are the team on top. So it's another game to look out for. And another one is Nottingham Forest versus Manchester City. It's another interesting game to look out for today in the Premier League, the midweek games in the Premier League. Let's see how it's going to go at the end of the 90 minutes.